Good afternoon, Twitch, and hello, YouTube. Today is a very big day. As you can see, I am dressed for the occasion. And that is because this Tuesday officially marks 16 weeks until Christmas. Also, I think Update 1's coming out today, but yeah, 16 weeks until Christmas, guys. Isn't that absolutely incredible? Let's talk about the latter, Update 1. Yes, it's coming out today. I'm very excited. I haven't been this excited for a game launch since Horizon Forbidden West, and that came out, I think, almost two years ago now? I was very excited for that game. The only game in my life I've ever pre-ordered because I knew it was going to be good. And it was. It was very, very freaking good. Very, very freaking good game. Speaking about another good game that I've made some content about, again, Satisfactory, I am really hyped to see what's going to be in Update 1. Of course, we know roughly what there's going to be, but you can't really tell what the experience is going to be like until you've actually got into the game. And of course, we're definitely doing that today. The plan of action, I'll explain it later on, but essentially I'm going to be creating a creative world. And the very first thing I'm going to be doing on Update 1 is I'm going to be placing down all the new machines, including the converter, which I'm actually the most excited about, I think. And when I place down all these new machines, including the old machines, and when I say machines, I mean things like, manufacturers, the quantum encoder, particle accelerator. When we place down all of that stuff, I will then be seeing what makes what. If that makes sense. Like, how do you make the neuro-quantum encoder, for example. We know roughly how you make it, but we don't know the exact parts needed. So that's what we'll be figuring out. We'll also try and figure out what's the best recipes, because again, there isn't one recipe for every item. Some items have multiple recipes. Some might be very good. Some might be terrible, and you might be using a terrible recipe, and so will I. So I do want to make sure that we do use good recipes, and of course I'll be releasing that as a video anyway. Another thing that I'd like to do today is I would like to create a starter factory, again on creative, so I can see roughly how many resources I need for this part and that part, and if maybe for this recipe I should get that alternate recipe to make that easier, then that will require this item but not that one, but then more of that. So it's actually quite important to see. So in today's live stream, there's going to be a lot of content, so I hope that you guys are excited. Welcome, not no one. Welcome, Lone Girl. Hope that you're doing good as well. Welcome, Twadoski2. Hope that you're doing well. Why is the chat so delayed? Oh, it's not that delayed. I can still see it. It just comes up delayed on the screen. If you watch on Twitch, it comes up in like 2 seconds. Isn't my channel monetized? My channel is monetized, but I'm not making any money from it. All the money I'm making is going straight to YouTube because they're refusing to pay me. It's a long story, but oh well. Welcome, Herobrine. Hope that you're doing good. I'm trying to get behind it, but YouTube's not responding, unfortunately. So it is what it is. It happens to a lot of small content creators there, so it's not like a massive drama. It is what it is. So I want to spend the first few minutes just talking a bit about Update 1, and then of course we'll actually start to get into some 1.0 stuff. Because as of right now, I think there's still 2 hours left. In fact, that reminds me. Let's get the timer up on screen. Go into there, change that. Because the thing is, I can't have two. There we go. It should be at the very top right of the screen. I can't have 2 timers going off at once. So for example, this timer is 2 hours, but when we go back to the intro, this timer, which you can no longer see, is only 2 minutes. So I can't have 2 different timer scripts on OBS. I don't think. I've tried and I can't seem to get it to work. Maybe there is a way. Also, as you guys can see, I've changed around my webcam settings a little bit, so now I've got a white border around the page, which I think looks decent. Chat to stream is instant. Upload for the views is a bit delayed because it's a video upload. Do you mean in regards of the monetization? Oh, welcome, Dark Astro. Is it worth starting at tier 0 for Update 1? Yes. I recommend, when you play Update 1, don't skip the introduction. Play the introduction like normal. Because I'm sure there's going to be something in there, might be lore related or gameplay related, that you might miss if you don't do it. So personally, if you want my opinion, I do recommend just playing tier 0. It should only take like, what, 15 minutes? So I do recommend doing that. Is the suit because of Satisfactory? Yes. I'm not wearing the suit for any other reason. I'll be wearing it next week because I've got a work thing, but luckily not for the next week. Yeah, this is just for Satisfactory for today. I don't know how long today's stream is going to be. I have actually got a video coming out at 6 PM, so that's in 4 hours from now. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely see how that goes. But, yeah, I'm excited. I hope that you guys are excited as well. Of course, it's a big day today, not just for us, but for the developers as well. You know, 8 years is a long time working on a game, so I'm sure for them it's quite nerve-wracking as well. So, good luck to any devs. The devs aren't watching this stream, but if they are, good luck. Definitely. Oh, I know what you mean, Fabian, now. Yes. So when you guys type in the chat, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, I see it within like 2 or 3 seconds after you enter it. But from the time that you hear me react to the message, it's probably about 20 seconds over on YouTube. But again, if you're watching on Twitch, it's almost instant. Like, you'll be hearing pretty much what I'm saying, like a 1-second delay, whereas on YouTube, it's a 20-second delay, which is why I recommend sometimes watching on Twitch. But again, it doesn't really matter. Whatever platform you find best, I prefer YouTube. So, that's why I co-stream. Because again, Twitch is probably better for streaming, but in regards of the things I enjoy, I just prefer YouTube, personally. I do like it. When will the official release come out today? The exact time is in, well, it should be the very top right of the screen. 1 hour, 57 minutes, 17 seconds. That is the exact time it should be coming out. Don't be surprised if there's like a slight, actually, the time is probably off by a couple minutes. That's fine. Yeah, don't be surprised if there's a slight delay, like a few minutes off. That does happen, but it shouldn't be off by more than like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes maximum. So in theory, 2 hours and the update should be out. I haven't got a Fix-It Factory coffee mug, no. Maybe one day, if this channel is successful and I can afford to spend money on a coffee mug, then I will. But as of right now, no. Unless they send one over, but why would they? It'd be too much of a loss for them to do that. One of the drawings they showed in the release livestream had a note that the rotation of the power augmenter was for increased output. Interesting, because with the the summer sloop, that obviously goes into the power augmenter, but the summer sloop's also used to increase output of a machine. So maybe they kind of knew what to do with the summer sloop, but didn't quite know how to implement it just yet, with the augmenter as well. Have we got any channel members? Yeah, it's we're on 4 members, which is amazing. But again, YouTube's getting all the money for it. But yeah, it is pretty cool. It's very, very cool. 4 members. I wouldn't have thought we would hit 4 members. Because I literally said in the video, I'm probably the worst person at advertising a product. I said in the video, do not become a member. Because, again, I kind of just, I do YouTube for fun. YouTube's a hobby. It's not a job. I want it to be like that. So I kind of wanted to tell people, like, I'm not relying on YouTube for, like, monetary income. But if you do wish to support the channel, then, again, that's always there. And you do get shout-outs and perks and all that sort of stuff. I should have said increased power output. Yeah. So you get 500 megawatts for free and 10% on your additional power grid, which is quite nice. $24. In fact, should we browse the Coffee Stain Studio merch page? I haven't really had much of a look. Welcome, Vinod. Hope that you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Nope. Maybe Satisfactory. Oh wait, no. Lizarddoggo.com. I think that's the one, isn't it? Generally, I don't think I've had a look at this. Sure. What's the plan? Like I've already said, the plan is basically just this. So right now we're doing some like, you know, final 1.0 preparations. I've actually got something prepared. Some of you have already seen this. I'll explain this more. I'll be redoing this now anyway, so again, I'll go through it in just a couple minutes. When 1.0 comes out, we'll then design the perfect starter factory, we'll place down all the new machines and the old machines alike, and then we'll see what's new, see what recipes have been tweaked, all that sort of fun stuff. So, lots to do today, tons of really cool stuff. So, we've got the Lizard Doggo 42-inch plush, 125, it's not that bad really. The Lizard Doggo 16-inch plush. The Satisfactory sticker pack. Can I try and increase? There we go. Make it a bit easier to see. Got the Bean, confusing creature. Is that the official name for it? I always thought it was called Bean. The coffee cup's actually on sale. That's pretty nice. Do I ever plan to expand from Satisfactory? The thing is, I've always said whatever game I find interesting, I'll play. But right now, most games are pretty bad. So, and of course I'm loving Satisfactory, so at the moment, no. I'm not really planning to expand my content. Two reasons. One, I'm really enjoying making these videos. And the second reason, people seem to be enjoying watching them, from what I can tell at least. So, I don't have a reason to expand right now, because again, I'm really enjoying the content that I'm making. Of course, it's a game I'm going to play anyway. It's quite nice. We've got a keychain as well. Ooh, I've already got a keychain. I don't know where my key is, but it's somewhere. You can just about see it there. 4 magnet plushies. Ooh, what's this? Oh, you got the power slugs. There's a green one. Is that like a nuclear? Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Is it like a nuclear slug? Oh, that's the I was gonna say peanut berry from Pokemon. Jeez. It's gone out my... The berry, whatever it's called. No. See, I've got too many berries now from the Pokemon game stuck in my head. That's pretty cool. I'm guessing each one is $12, not all for $12. That's still pretty cool, though. We've got some t-shirts as well. I was thinking about getting a t-shirt, but they're only $24. I have to think about getting one maybe next summer, because it's now the winter, well, it's not winter, it's autumn, so it's going to be rather cold. I might have to invest in a hoodie, if anything. Some nice shirts, though. I like that factory one. I definitely am a black shirt kind of guy, maybe grey. I like this. I feel like this red shirt's really good. I just wouldn't be able to rock it, though. Factory cart thing is quite nice. I like that one as well. I mean, they all look pretty good. If they weren't good, they wouldn't have made them, but it's still pretty cool, though. Satisfactory pen? No way. I do love my pens. I do. That's actually nice. Again, it's one of those things that if I had like a lot of disposable income, I'd definitely pick one up, but one day I will, I promise you. We're currently building a nuclear power plant. You just can't build the reactors until it releases because of the uranium fuel rod recipe change. Yeah. So are you not changing worlds then, Vinod? Are you staying on your current save? I mean, good luck. I mean, no reason why not, right? You should be fine. 26-inch fluffy-tailed hog. So 26 inches. That's like, what's that in centimeters? I don't do inches. 26 inches to centimeters. Damn. It's the same size as my dog. I can get a dog-sized hog. Oh dear. Hey, you got the Coffee Stain Studio logo in there as well. Also, we've got to test out the new hub. I forgot they've actually changed the way the hub looks. Definitely try that. That's cool. Oh, the build gun as well. I really want the build gun. Oh, actually, it looks quite intense. Maybe I won't be getting the build. Guys, let's get some memberships on the channel. We only need about, what, 200 memberships to pay for it? Let's do it, guys. Come on. We're almost there. Alright, to be fair, it does look really cool. It does. I've actually been thinking, if I show you guys this screen. right now I've got that black shelf in the background. I've been thinking of moving that forwards where the guitars are. Not like there, but like on that wall, like right where you see this wall right here that sort of like cuts across my room. I've been thinking about adding the shelves there to like block off this part of the sheds, the part over there, because I want to try and get a bench press machine thingy for the muscles, so I can be a proper gym bro. Not gonna happen, but I've been thinking about doing that. So at least you guys will have like a decent backdrop, and then, but it might look terrible. I don't know. Anyway, that's just a plan. You are staying in the same world. Nice, man. Well, let me know how that goes in regards of like node changes, because I know that they are adding some SAM nodes that they didn't really show where they are. So hopefully you can still get all the SAM and you don't have to like remove anything from your factory. Or well, I don't know where you've placed your factory, so fingers crossed. It's all good there. Fingers crossed. The landscape sunrise light box. Oh, I've seen these. Not the Satisfactory one, but I've seen the light box before. They're really cool. 8 by 12 inches. Wait, 8? Oh, I thought it was like 8 inches thick. I was like, damn, that's a thick one. No, it's the width and the height. Ooh. Oh, a sweater. Oh, is this like a Fixmas? Christmas. Is it Christmas? Yeah. That's a good one. Ooh, is that the back? That's nice. This is so chaotic. One of those shirts that like, or jumpers or sweaters, that if I saw someone wearing it like a family Christmas party, I would just be looking at that jumper constantly. I wouldn't, there's like so much to analyze. It's incredible. They look happy. Oh dear. I'm probably a small, aren't I? I'm definitely a small. I don't know what my chest actually is. I'm probably a small. They have a skate deck? Oh, that's sick as well. Do I think Bits knows who you are? Oh yeah, Bits has been in the streams a couple times. Yeah. Which is very, very kind of him. Obviously, I've been in his streams a few times as well. Yeah, that's really cool. I don't skate, but actually, to be fair, if I did skate, I would only buy this to hang up on a wall. I probably wouldn't skate with it because it's too nice to skate with. I don't skate. I don't know why, eh? To be fair, all the roads near where I live have got potholes every 3 millimeters. So if I was to skate, I'd probably like break something within the first like 20 centimeters of me setting off. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to think. Where's the closest road towards me that hasn't got potholes? I generally think it's not even in my town. I think I have to go at least one town over where there's a park, but I don't know if you can just skate around a park. Anyway, cool if I didn't live in a shithole. What's this? The, ooh. This is nice. I don't know where I would, like, stitch it in, though. It's good. I suppose, where would I stitch it in? How big is it? It's not massive, but I suppose it doesn't have to be massive. Well, $139 for a toy. Yeah. It's $139. I don't know what that is in pounds. Yes. Jace. Oh, I've seen this. Jace and Snuts, the body pillow. So it's a pillow with Jace and Snuts, respectively. Only $15. I mean, hey, if you've got 15 casheroos lying around, and you want a pillow of Jace and Snuts, or one of the other, then there you go. Isn't that awesome? Oh yeah, this thing. The Fix-It duct tape 3-pack. To be fair, duct tape's generally important, and I feel like this is actually quite cool. Buy it. I'm not buying a life-size pillow. I don't even like pillows. I've got a pillow somewhere in my... It's a penguin pillow that I've had for about 7 years. Don't use it. Okay, the duct tape's pretty cool though. The tour updates. They had a... Oh. Is this... Oh, it actually is up to date, to be fair. It includes the toilet flush. See, this is a shirt I would wear. Simple, black, and a logo. Simple. I do like this stuff in the back here as well. I feel like if I ever went to a Satisfactory, like, convention, which I don't think they do. Maybe if they go to a game convention or like a Gamescom. Does Satisfactory go to Gamescom? I don't know. If they do, I'd probably wear this there. That's pretty nice. And challenge coins. Ooh, that's a nice one. I'm not really a big coffee guy. I don't drink coffee. I think it's just so bitter. I can't get around the bitter taste. I have one sip and I think, okay, I can get used to this. I then get 3 sips in, I'm like, no. Time to go back to 2. Unfortunately. USB drive. Ooh, with the digital soundtrack. Ooh. Ooh. That's a nice one. I don't know much about USBs, but that's a nice USB. You're also very scared because you've had to build 112.5 nuclear reactors. Wow, that's going to be interesting. And I wonder if you can... Well, you can make more uranium now with 1.0 coming out and the converters. So are you planning to make any more uranium, or are you just going to stick with what you've got? Because I think 112.5 nuclear reactors should be fine. I think you should be okay with that. Because all the recipes have changes and you already put the platforms down for your quantum factory. Ooh, see, you're getting prepared. I like that. I wish I was as prepared. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be. Oh, look at the summer sloop. Damn. An enamel pin set. Ooh. See, pins as well. I don't really use pins that much. Things like magnets, I don't use. Pins, I don't really use that much. Don't know why. I just never really got into pins. This is cool, though. Vinyl. I've always been interested in vinyl stuff. Always. Even though I don't think they've produced anything vinyl, like, since I was born. But still, it's really cool, though. Like, this especially. I've actually got a player for the vinyls, but we just don't really use it. And of course, this. I did say when the channel hits 2,000 subscribers, I would do a Fix-It toilet paper review, but I don't know how to. I don't. No, I don't know. That's pretty cool. I don't think they sell that though. I just realized this is completely off topic. I wasn't even supposed to be doing that. Wait, what's this? Free shipping on orders over $100. Ooh. So back to this. Back to the main part of what I was trying to say. So the final parts of final preparations of 1.0 is going to involve this. I will be making a brand new spreadsheet and essentially copying over this part, but there's other things I want to go over as well. Of course, we're still going to have like basic stuff and the ingots and all that good stuff there. And of course, beacons are going. You can't see it because my webcam's in the way. Beacons are going. So, that's why this stuff's quite important. Also, things like... Where is it? I think it's somewhere up here. It's not. One of these things, at least. Well, no, it's a space elevator part, so it's down here. I think it's the magnetic field generator. The recipe for this has changed. So again, it's important to note. 1 terawatts of power. Yeah, that should be plenty. Definitely. Can I take a world tour? I can't open up Satisfactory. Because if I open up Satisfactory and then close it, it crashes my PC and it crashes my Wi-Fi. So, which sucks. Basically, whenever Satisfactory crashes, I've got to, like, turn off my PC, plug it back in, like, a full reset. Which is not very good. What do I think's my best video? I don't know. They're all just kind of mid, if I'm honest. Best video? I really just don't know. Like, nothing stands out particularly, if that makes sense. Like, everything, if I didn't like the videos, I wouldn't release them. Even if I spent 3 hours making it, if I didn't feel like it was a good video, I'll scrap it. So every video I've released, I've been proud of making. I've actually enjoyed making it as well. There's nothing that stands out as being the best, if I'm honest. So yeah, let's redo this. Let me get a fresh Excel page open. We can experiment with some of this stuff. I'll probably redo a few of the colors as well to make more sense out of it. Blank word space, file, save as. Satisfactory 1.0. I'll save this in... I don't know where I've just saved that. Give me a second. I've pressed save, I just don't know where I actually... Okay, well that saves... Oh, it's on the... No, thank you. Save a copy, there we go. Probably an Ethernet cable. I've got an Ethernet cable. I've got the best Wi-Fi in my area, but it's my PC. That's what needs the upgrade. It's my PC, because my computer can't deal with this game opening and closing. I'm not spending $3 on a PC. It's a waste of money. There we go. That's better. What's that? So here we go. We've got a blank canvas. I'll just start off by doing something like that. Ooh. Yeah. So the item name shouldn't really have to be that big. It might be up to there. Basic or alternate, that could be relatively small. Recipe name, again, that could be about that size. Ingredients is going to be rather big, because there's going to be lots of ingredients. Welcome, Arnold. You mean Satisfactory is a single player? Yeah. Okay. That'll be that. Then have to... So essentially we've got to try and color code everything. And I believe if I have to do this, just paint that in yellow for now. Is there a way that I can move this up here? No. I still haven't got $500 lying around. You might be incredibly rich. Congrats if you are. But not everyone else is. So please respect that. Thank you. So I can delete something that I can insert. Oh, there we go. Can I do that here as well? Yep. And this all goes down then, does it? So this is currently on 17. Okay, great. So that's how that works. Brilliant. So what color scheme do I want to go with for everything? Oh, PC lagged. Nice, nice, nice. So, how did I do it over here? Resource name, then resource letter? Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. I know what that means. I know what my own thing means, no way. Crazy. And that should be all the right colors. Of course, now we just need the addition of Sam. We do that somewhere down here. Then Sam. Oh, that's changed. There, oh, there we go, that's fine. This will start on E. So P, so this has to be Q. I feel like the color for Sam should be pink. That's the wrong one. Pink. And we've got too many other pinks. We got a yellow, we do. We got a dark blue, no. I feel like sulfur should be yellow. Nitrogen gas should be grey. Let's just redo all of this, I think. So that's fine. That's fine, Vinod. Have a nice rest of your day. So this has to be like that. Perfect. Welcome, Adam. Hope that you're doing well. You did a quick spreadsheet. Looks like full nuclear utilization in combination with the summer sleep boosting, you can get more than 2 terawatts now. That's incredible. That would be really, really good if we can do that. That would be awesome. I hope that you're doing good, Adam. Welcome to the stream. Raw quartz. Maybe this should be a darker purple. Judging by the traders that we've seen, it does appear like this is... I've pressed the wrong thing 3 times in a row. It does appear to be quite a dark resource. Maybe not that dark. Raw quartz, we're gonna go with... Yeah. Bauxite. Bauxite is like an orange. Yes. Ethereum is like a gold. Sure. Coal, just... Actually, not black. Coal, we're gonna go with... Dark... Gray. We'll see. Limestone is more like a beige thing. Am I planning to do streams of Satisfactory gameplay? Obviously. It would be a pretty terrible channel if I didn't do Satisfactory gameplay, wouldn't it? Yeah, definitely. That's good, I like that for limestone. Copper... I feel like for iron, I would like to do blue. That's... No, that should be water. Yeah. Iron... Ooh. No, this should be water. Should it? I don't know. You kind of just like that. Copper... Red, maybe? I know there's no red in copper, but you have to use red somehow. I'm happy there with that list. I'll then do this. And then I'll do that. Try and box it in a little bit. I just realised you can't even see it. So this is what I've done. So crude oil, we've gone with black. Wait, is this black or is this dark grey? Regular black, there we go. Uranium, I've gone with a dark greenish sort of colour. I feel like that makes sense. Iron ore, we've gone with a light blue, because we had to use blue there for something. Water, we've gone with a dark blue. I feel like that one just makes sense. Copper ore, we've gone with red, because we had to use red. We can't just use like yellow and beige for everything, or green for everything. Limestone, we have gone with beige. Coal, we've gone with a light grey, I'd call it. Ethereum, I've gone with orange. Bauxite, brown. Yeah, I'll say that's brown. Raw quartz, light pink. Sulfur yellow. Nitrogen gas grey. And SAM, we've gone with a dark purple. I feel like that makes sense at least. I think it should do. One thing I'm thinking about doing though is... No, not that one. That one. This. Move this over here. Now I can at least move this back. Nice. Yeah, we still got about 90 minutes for 1.0. Yep. We've still got a lot to do though. Some things to react to as well. I definitely want to keep that there. I don't really want to change that around too much. I suppose we can look at all the recipes and think, what recipes might they be changing? I've got to watch an ad. I think. No, we good? Think we're good? So, limestone. See, they're not changing. Well, they can't change any of this, right? Surely. I very much doubt it. The ingot recipes. I feel like they will be changing a couple of these. Oh man. I can't mute it, can I? Good, luckily it's just a 5-second ad. Good. Yeah, this website is just like riddled with ads everywhere. Oh yeah, I forgot you could make the Fixmas stuff. That's pretty nice. That's probably not going to change too much. I find this website quite difficult to see stuff. Use a different website. There we go. Yes, again, I don't feel like this would be changing much, hopefully. It should remain mostly the same. But yeah, iron, going into iron. This is the recipe I'll most likely be using, but it purely depends on how much power we have to consume. I probably won't be using this that much. Especially in regards of making iron ingots, I feel like there's plenty of iron in the game, so we should be okay. Looks like the best ratio of production of summer sloop to boosting summer sloops to maximize power is 90 summer sloops for boosting, and then 60 for boosting the fuel rods. Yeah, that could be interesting, yeah. We'll definitely mess around with things like that as well today. There's a lot to do. Definitely. What is all this? Oh, I know what that is. Preferably, we still want to try and go with that pure iron ingots. That is still the plan. Though if we have to, we will just use the regular recipe, but let's see. Of course, for the early game, we have to use the regular recipe. Especially when we haven't really got that much power to supply us with all the water. Because as much as I would like to create some massive water facility in the map, or a couple water facilities, I also don't want to be spending like 20 or 30, 40, 50 hours making one. Because you can't really make a blueprint for one either, because you can't place down the water extractors in a blueprint. The game just doesn't allow you to do that. So we definitely have to try and find a workaround for that. Definitely. I'm sure we will. We will. We'll go HD hunt. HD. What's a HD? You're really hoping that the pure ingots recipes are not nerfed? Yeah, I hope so. I've got a feeling this is one thing that will actually be changing. So let's keep an eye out for that, but I definitely think this is one thing that will be changing. The next thing we have is the copper ore as well. Sorry, copper ingot even. There we go. So again, we've still got that pure copper ingots. Oh, hard drive. Oh, okay. Yeah, hard drives is probably a good thing to look for. In fact, I talk a bit more about that in my video tonight. Wow, what a segue. But yeah, I do actually recommend searching for the crash sites, because you get so much free stuff. I mean, why not, right? E3? Oh yeah, that is. So the copper into copper ingot is not that bad. You can combine this, and to be fair, the ratio is actually quite nice, to be fair. It's not too bad at all. We are still wanting to go for that pure copper ingots recipe, for sure. It will consume more power, but look at the ratios. It's so much better. It is so much better to do that. So preferably we still would like to go with this. Same with things like concrete. Yeah. There's a couple different recipes for concrete. But I like, again, just to use the wet concrete recipe. Which is this one. You can combine it with rubber. Which... I don't know anyone that's ever used this recipe, if I'm honest. Maybe you have. Let me know in the VOD if you're watching after the stream's already finished. Let me know if you've ever used this, or let me know in the live stream if you're tuning in as well. Because water extractors can be placed on foundations, you can spread them up in the foundation and pipe layouts blueprints. Well, I don't know how you do that. Yeah, I obviously know how you place down foundations underwater, but you can't place down a water extractor in the blueprints. But you can prepare for it though, yes. You can make a blueprint and try and figure out how big the water extractor is going to be. I've done that dozens of times, and I'll probably be doing that again as well. Yeah. So, for concrete, what can you make with concrete? A lot of stuff, right? Yeah, a lot of stuff. I won't be using this recipe for the encased industrial beams. I'll be using this recipe. Fun fact, they're actually nerfing this. You no longer need 4 steel beams. You only need 3 steel beams. And because they've made this cheaper, I believe they've then made one of the computer recipes? No, I don't think it was computer. I think it was the heavy modular frame. Yeah, I think they've made this more expensive now. But the thing is, they've made a recipe cheaper that was bad anyway. And the cheaper variant of this recipe is still worse than this. Unless they're going to make this more expensive to force you to using this. Which... I don't see why, personally. You never know. Encased uranium cells. What's my recipe for that? This is something I've planned ages ago. Of course, I have to redo it now because I prepared it for update 8, and of course everything's changing. So, suppose I can show you guys this. Why not? Is this my nuclear stuff? Nope. Where is it? Uranium fuel rods. Water, encased industrial beams, and electromagnetic control rods. I mean, this doesn't seem that bad. 168 electromagnetic control rods. You come back over here, it's like, okay, a decent amount of quartz, a lot of water. Iron, not that bad. Copper, not that bad. Great. Encased industrial beams. Ooh, I mean, it's quite a lot of coal and iron, but because of our recipes that we're using, not really that bad. And then you see the water. 40,000. 40,000 water per minute. Just the uranium fuel rods. That's not including the 2,500 water for the encased uranium cells. A couple thousand water in here just to make other parts of the uranium fuel rods. Any water down over here as well? Or only... Oh, wait, no. There's a good 1,330 something in there. That's amazing. Another 1,400 water up there. Brilliant. Another 33,000 water down here. Okay, fun. Another 1,000 water. Oh, but don't worry though. You get 52 water per minute for free. You get it back, guys. Don't worry. In total, again, for my pre-1.0 plans, we were using about 100,000 water per minute for this factory. 100,000 water per minute. That's almost like, what, 800 water extractors? Right? Because each one's 120 per minute, right? 120,000 is, of course, 1,000. It's a lot. And that's just for this. In total, we are consuming... if we look up here... 8,000 water there. 12,000, so let's say 20,000. 21,000. Should be 29, but we'll round it up to 30,000. 124,000. 114,000. Just for that. I don't think that's even touching this thing yet. So in total, we're looking at about 200,000 water per minute. 200,000 divided by 120 is roughly 1,667 water extracted at maximum full efficiency. So that's probably going to get rounded up to about 1,700 water extractors. Which is mad. That's pretty mad. Are we overclocking them all? I might have to. Those power shards are no longer a limited factor. Yeah. That was a good thing. So I suppose what you could do is make a few of those synthetic shard things. Which I suppose I could actually... Okay, if I leave this here, might as well. I suppose I can show you my synthetic shard recipe. So if you like to copy it home, you guys can. The wrong one. I've got so many of these apps open now, Jesus. Nice. Didn't I already have this open? I did. Oh my god. There we go. Add this back to there. Woo! I forgot what I was going. Oh yeah. So this is how you make synthetic shards in Satisfactory 1.0. It's the confirmed recipe. We don't know the exact amount of resources going into it. Like, we don't know how many crystals need to go into this. It might be 20, it might be 300, it might be 700. I doubt it's that much. I very much doubt it's that much. The excited photonic matter isn't really much of a drama. You have to get, of course, SAM and either iron, caterium, or aluminium. But I feel like iron is going to be even more important now than it has been ever before. Because the fixite trigons, which is produced from the fixite ingots, is also extremely important as well. And that's made again from this recipe. So this is... Ew. What it is. That's quite important. 300 for each, yeah, probably. The dark matter residue is going to be an interesting one. Because how do you, like, originally create dark matter residue? Because the only way you can make it, from what I'm aware about at least, is from as a byproduct from these four. But to make these four, you need dark matter residue. So I'm guessing that you can make this in the converter, I think is what they said. You wonder why go after what goes after nuclear power, especially when you consider that the fuel generators produce more than turbo fuel. It's not that complicated to produce compared to nuclear power. Yeah. In fact, that actually brings us on to our next point. Yeah, ionized fuel. That was a good segue. Thank you for that. That was a good segue. Ionized fuel. This is the exact recipe I'll be going with, unless they've changed the recipes for ionized fuel. So essentially, we start with coal, sulfur, water, crude oil, raw quartz, iron, which I think we're already... No, we're not using. Iron and SAM, which isn't really that bad considering you're making this. So I would take that. And the best part about it is that because it requires the synthetic power shards, this is the exact same recipe that, of course, we were just looking at up here, just with this added stuff on top to make the ionized fuel. So in reality, as long as you have a few of these, like the synthetic power shards setups going, you'll probably be decent ionized fuel. But I've got a feeling that you probably won't be able to make many of these ionized fuel plants or generators, because this is rather expensive. Bear in mind, diamonds is not cheap. Like, just diamonds by itself is not a cheap resource. You need 12 coal per minute. Diamonds. It's not cheap. That then luckily makes part of the dark matter crystal and the time crystal, so that's really that part sorted out. You just need coal. Basically, you just need coal to make this, in theory. Plus, of course, this, which then makes that, but, yeah. Quartz crystals, luckily, it's nice and easy to make. Actually, I like to try and calculate. Satisfactory maps. This is probably a dumb question, but there are pure quartz nodes, right? I think there actually is. Yeah. So, quartz crystal satisfactory. Let's wait for the ad to load. Can't close the ad. Yay! So how many of these can you make for like 1,200 per minute? So we have to do 1,200 divided by 67.5. 1,200 divided by 67.5 is 17.8. We have to round up. It's 17.7777 recurring. So we say 17.8. Times that by 52.5. It's 933 quartz crystals. What am I calculating? I've lost the plot there completely. Actually, I completely forgot what I was trying to calculate, because we need to try and see 1,200 divided by 67.5. Oh, that's what I think. That's what I did. Yeah, okay, so that is correct. That is correct. Good. So you get 933.3 quartz crystals per 1,200 raw quartz mined, which is a pretty good ratio. You still need a Mark 6 conveyor belt to transport all of that. For the water, though, need divided by long calculation. Infinity. How did I get to infinity? Welcome, Mr. Tor. Are the 1.0 recipes out already? No, not just yet. But the very first thing I'll be doing when we load into 1.0 and when the game updates is I'll be going over all the brand new recipes and I'll be calculating which recipe is the best. That makes sense. So that we don't use trash recipes. 67.5, okay. Times that by 37.5. Of course, I will release those recipes in a video, by the way, so like you don't have to watch like this 3-hour-long live stream to try and find the best recipes. I'll condense it all into quite a short video, and when it comes to more important things, like the ionized fuel or the AI expansion servers, I'll then have dedicated videos showing the best recipes and the easiest ways to actually make them. Because I have made videos saying how you make them, but I'd like to try and make a follow-up with like the best recipes for it, so you can save on resources. Because what I've done quite a lot in Satisfactory is let's just say I've created 2,000 iron rods. But it turns out I only need 900 iron rods. But I've just spent like 20 hours crafting all of this stuff, and now I have to just get rid of it. So that's the reason I do that. So I know what I have to make, so I don't overmake stuff or I don't undermake stuff. But the last thing you want to do is underproduce items and have to add like a whole nother logistics level or waste resources. Yeah. So that's good though. So we've sorted out the quartz crystal situation. That shouldn't be too bad. Of course, for coal it's rather simple. 1,200 coal gives you 100 diamonds. We don't know what the ratio into diamonds and dark matter actually is. Here we know the ratio is kind of bad, even if you use aluminium, I think. Because aluminium is the best, caterium's middle, and iron is the worst that you could use to try and make the big site ingots. Is this one? It's probably a better image for you guys to see. This is quite an important resource. Fixite trigon. From what we've heard, at least, it's quite important. We need to make a lot of these, most likely. Make a lot of these, you need a lot of this. Make a lot of this, you need a lot of this. Sam. I wonder how much Sam is going to be in the game. I'm actually quite interested to see. I'm sure it'll be like a decent amount, I'm sure. They say the result of dividing by 0 is infinity. It should be undefined. Yeah, because technically it's not infinity, is it? Infinity is a number that's so big it can't be written down, right? Whereas one divided by, like, if I had one apple and I divided it by nothing, I've still got an apple. I haven't got infinity apples. It shouldn't really be infinity. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain to make. It might be a compact core recipe. I really hope so. Because if we look over here, especially in regards of making ionized fuel, the rocket fuel produces compact core as a byproduct. And then you need rocket fuel to then make ionized fuel, which also produces compact core as a byproduct. So either way, you can still use this compact core back into the recipes for turbo fuel, which requires either compact core and fuel. Although this is actually one of the recipes I don't necessarily like, because from my calculations at least, this isn't the best turbo fuel recipe. Let me show you guys which is the best turbo fuel recipe. But again, this also depends on what resource you're trying to save on. Because you might be really wanting to save on oil, which in that case, one recipe might be better than the other. Or you might really want to save on sulfur, which I believe is the reason why I chose the... Why is Tesco? Ooh. Damn it, I'm hungry. No. Off topic. This is the recipe I was going to use, which at first looks like the worst recipe. It's got more stuff required, but it really isn't that difficult. Because for petroleum coke, you need heavy oil residue. You're already making heavy oil residue. For fuel, the recipe I like to use requires heavy oil residue. So essentially, all you're really making is heavy oil residue and sulfur that I have to try and collect. And I believe, again, fuel you can make, yeah. This is the recipe right here. Diluted fuel. And I probably will be sticking with this recipe. I can't see myself changing, which is rather obvious, because look at this, like 60 crude oil creates 40 fuel and some polyresin byproducts I don't really care much about. And even like this heavy oil residue recipe, 60 heavy oil residue creates 40 fuel, which is roughly a 2/3 ratio, right? Yeah. You get 2/3 from that. Then if you come down over here, 50 heavy oil residue makes 100 fuel, so it doubles. You're using less heavy oil residue, and you're getting more than double the fuel. I generally don't see a reason not to use this. Well, I do. The only downside is that it consumes a lot of water. A lot. Thousands. Many thousands if you're making a lot of turbo fuel, which I will be making a lot of turbo fuel, which means I need a lot of sulfur. Means I need a lot of compact coal, which hopefully I'll get from this. We don't yet know the ratios from compact coal that we're going to get from the rocket fuel and ionized fuel. It might be enough to provide us 20% of the compact coal. It might be enough to provide us with 60 or 100%. I very much doubt it'd be 100%. You get the gist. Welcome, Skylar. I'm doing fantastic today. Hope that you're doing good as well. Welcome to the live stream. Did you experience fluid issues with head lifts and pumps? Yes. Yeah. Essentially, like you say in your message as well, I used a bunch of packages because I really struggle with liquids in Satisfactory, and I don't know why. It's just something I can't get around. Because I understand how it works. I understand the head lifts. I understand that I need to pump the water up. I can't just like levitate up or something. But even when I do that, sometimes it just doesn't work. Like, if I'm not sure if you saw my coal tower factory that I built in my last Satisfactory Update 8 video, but all the water was going into the pumps completely fine. It was in a straight line. It was completely fine. But then in the next water pipe, there was nothing. And even when I would remove a pipe, all the water would continue to come back, then it would just disappear. Zero. I couldn't fix it. My favorite game? Ooh, I can't limit it down to one. If we're talking about first-person shooters, it's Call of Duty World at War. That game was remarkable. It still is remarkable, and it'll be a privilege to stream it again one day. When it comes to, like, single-player games, I generally don't know. Because Satisfactory is up there. Satisfactory is top 3. Easily. Horizon Zero Dawn is probably 1 or 2. It's between Horizon Zero Dawn, Satisfactory, and probably Minecraft. And the reason why I say Minecraft, because I don't really play it much anymore, is because I still sunk thousands of hours into that game as a kid. So I feel like that has to be up there for me still. Even though I don't play it as much now as I did when I was 14. Do I stream any other games beside this? Yes. I mostly do Satisfactory on Twitch. Well, on YouTube, it's just Satisfactory. On Twitch, I do Call of Duty. I'll do the occasional Battlefield stream. I'll do Satisfactory, of course. Whatever, really. Whatever I'm kind of in the mood for. But the majority of it is Satisfactory because it's the main game I play and I stream. So, yeah. Welcome, Kuyum. Unfortunately, I haven't got Discord, but thank you very much. How long have I been streaming? I've been this stream, an hour. But in total, it's been a couple of months. Yeah, we've been going for a while, not that long though. Not that long at all, really. I've been really enjoying it though. I do YouTube like it's fun. I don't take YouTube too seriously. I could. Maybe the quality of the videos would be better, but I do this purely just for relaxation. Like, YouTube is just my relaxation place rather than a job, if that makes sense. Which is probably the reason why I'm not a fantastic YouTuber, but again, I really enjoy it though, so. And if it's what you enjoy, then full-time streamer? No, part-time. No, this is just a hobby. It's not a job. I try not to mix my hobbies with a job. Although it sounds fantastic, it doesn't end up being fantastic. It's crazy to think all these calculations are now wrong. A lot of this shouldn't be wrong. A lot of it should still be right. Oh, I forgot about the screw recipe as well. I hope they haven't changed that much. Welcome, Christopher. Where do you think the best start mid-game location is? Let me whip up the Satisfactory map and I'll show you. Unless I have to watch another ad. Okay, no, we don't. Good. So, for the best starter location, I think it's still the Dune Desert. It definitely divides opinion, the Dune Desert, but I don't see a reason not to start here. Like, look at it. All the iron is perfect. The copper, perfect. Limestone, amazing. You've got a bunch of coal out here as well, which you can't see because I haven't got the setting enabled. It's really, really good. The only slight issue you might find is a lack of biomass. Like wood, leaves. And, the terrain isn't necessarily completely flat until you've unlocked foundations. But when you do have foundations, it's very easy just to build on top of everything. Oh. I crashed the app again. That's the second time I've crashed this app in the last couple of streams. Yeah, the Dune Desert's very good. Also, a lot of people like the grass fields. Personally, I'm not a big grass fields kind of guy. Try and do that again. Yeah, this app crashes a lot now, unfortunately. Let's enable all of this as well. Nice. So yeah, you got a good amount of coal down here. Tons of coal, really. Then you got a really good amount of coal up here. What I do most times that I play this game is I get a coal train that goes from about here. I then belt it out to about here. And the train runs from here to about down somewhere over here where the water... The app's crashed again. Jesus Christ. Actually, I do art for games and streamers like VTubers. Alright. Again, I haven't really got Discord, so I don't know how you can share the work, but that's still pretty cool, though. Screw that app, then. There we go. So yeah, I definitely recommend starting in the Dune Desert or the grass fields. I won't be starting in either biome. I'll be starting in the Northern Forest, because I feel like a lot of people won't be starting there. And it's also a bit of a challenge. If I really wanted to make life easier for myself, I'll start on the Dune Desert. If I had to choose a place, it would be the Dune Desert. But I don't want to have an easy Let's Play. The whole point of this playthrough is that I want to challenge myself. I don't just want to log on, place down a few constructors and call it there. I generally want to have a challenge. I haven't got a Discord, unfortunately, Skylar. I don't use Discord. I don't use any sort of social media, really, except for YouTube and Twitch. I have got a Reddit, but even still, I don't really use it much. So that's that done. The AI expansion server, this should be quite an interesting product to make. We won't be making this for like at least first few hundred hours of the game, I'd say. I haven't got Instagram. Again, I don't use social media, nothing. Really. I don't like it. Photonic matter, superposition oscillators, not that bad. The neuroquantum processor is the one that's going to take the most time to make, and that's purely because of the supercomputer. I believe we also do need the magnetic field generator, which isn't really that bad. Versatile framework will probably have finished making. I just whistle. I could have sworn I just whistled there by accident. But the versatile framework you should be making by phase 2 of the space elevator, so you should have that nailed down. The electromagnetic control rod, the only thing you might struggle with here is just gathering Caterium. Even still, making quickwire is piss easy, really. Silica, very easy as well, it's the same recipe for that. Circuit boards is nice and simple, you just need raw quartz and copper and water. Quickwire, simple. Stators, you just need a bit of iron and coal. So, again, the only slight issue with this is that you do need quite a vast array of resources. You need iron, you need water, you need coal, you need Caterium, you need raw quartz, you need copper. But the recipe itself isn't necessarily challenging. Even when you're making vast quantities, I think the only main issue is going to be just belting everything here. Which, again, not really a big drama there, if I'm honest. Versatile framework, we've already been over this. You might struggle a little bit making the modular frames, but other than that, should be fine. Wire, nice and easy. Computers. The only difficult thing here really is the crystal oscillators, and that's just because, again, of everything that you kind of need for it. But in reality, when you look at the recipe, it's not actually that difficult. Like, when I think of making computers, I consider that like a late game item, even though it's not really. Reply you, share on Twitter. I have got a Twitter, but I don't use it though. If you would like to, then yes. But at the moment, I don't need any sort of art, but thank you very much for asking though. Northern Forest got nerfed. It depends where you wanted to start. If you're gonna start on like the usual Northern Forest start, then yes, it got nerfed. But if you're gonna start where I'll be starting, it technically got a buff, which is really cool. They moved the pure quartz, yeah, they moved that from the southeast of the map as well. Yeah. Oh well. Adds to the challenge, doesn't it? My Twitter, it should be in somewhere in my my Twitch description, I think. Again, I don't even know. I could double check though, absolutely. I've just closed my restream app. Nice. I shouldn't have ended the stream. No, we're still good. Hey, we got 4 viewers. That's cool. That's nice. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Glad that 4 people are excited. It's That's Valharden Pickle. That's my Twitter. So batteries are going to be annoying to make, but it is what it is. And the rest of the stuff, again, is fairly simple, I think. I don't know what else to expect from that, really. I can already, like, hear my voice starting to go. Oh, dear. I haven't even started yet and my voice is already going. To be fair, I woke up, I've already been awake for, like, 11 hours, and it's only 3 PM. Early day. between early starts, but it's alright. I do like the occasional early starts. It's not when it's every day though. Let's get back into that routine. Yeah, so we still have a video coming out later today, which is exciting. Also, by the way, chat, we are less than 5 subscribers away from 1.5k. We started the stream and I think we were 1 subscriber away, but now we're 5 subscribers away. I guess a few people aren't that excited for 1.0, which is fine. I mean, again, I don't care too much. I'm excited. That's all I particularly care about. Friend request on Twitter? I don't accept friend requests or anything like that. Kind of weird watching like this, seeing how he made everything. Batteries aren't as bad now because you can just use packaged fuel instead. That is true, definitely. So I got this one correct. Got this correct. We got this correct. We got that correct. That correct. We got that correct. We got that correct. Got that correct. Got that correct as well. That's both correct. This correct. Correct as well. With this, we technically were correct. I'm gonna correct with that as well. The only thing I missed out was the iron, because I don't think these showed iron ingots actually going into this thing. But still, considering we got this just from like a quick couple minute long teaser, it's actually really, really good. That was a fun stream to record as well. But then use that knowledge over here. This is when I was still guessing what all the resources were actually called. We got diamonds correct. So the time crystal, we just called it diamond part 1. Quantum liquid, which is now the dark matter residue. Quantum computer, which is no longer called the quantum computer. That's correct. That's almost all correct as well. Some of this naming is a bit wrong. This should all be 100% correct. This is how you make the Fixonium fuel rods. Again, I've made a video talking about this if you'd like to go and see it. But yeah, it's complicated. Mostly because of the nuclear pasta. I'm not even showing the screen. Jesus. No one said anything. No, literally, no one said that you're not showing the screen. That's okay. Don't worry, guys. Yeah, this is how you make the Fixonium fuel rods. It's pretty simple, luckily. It's not that bad. I'll give this like a... Ooh. Still, like, not easy to make because of the nuclear pasta. But if it wasn't for nuclear pasta, let's say you only needed this. It's not really that bad. But again, this is gonna be a killer. I can't wait. Got 45 minutes left, by the way. 45 minutes to go. I suppose we could watch the Satisfactory stream. I think they're live streaming something. I think they're just talking to people at the moment, other developers. I think they did some community highlights. I did submit something, but it was pretty bad, so I'm guessing they didn't include it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, it's Minecraft. All right. I was wondering how they managed to make that. That's really cool. Oh yeah, this thing. They were supposed to add like this monster thing into the game, but I don't think they ever did. Oh well. We've still got about 40 minutes left, by the way, chap. I don't know what there is to really do. We've planned out everything that I sort of wanted to plan. So I'm pretty happy in that regards. Now we just wait. This is the reason why I wanted to start my stream 1 hour before the update. Because I knew that there wasn't going to be too much really to talk about other than everything we've already talked about. The webcam's a bit... There we go. So I was like this. I thought I'd move that up a little bit. I could also just move my chair up, but I just... Yeah. I've got a notepad and pen ready as well, just in case we have to use that. We shouldn't have to use it for too much, luckily. Should be fine in that aspect. I don't know how long the update's actually going to take. The update could take 20 minutes, it could take longer, shorter, I don't know. I really don't know. It shouldn't be too much longer than 20 minutes, hopefully. Just see if it's actually going to come out on time, because it might not do. If you didn't see my 1.0 trailer, by the way, I made like a fan-made trailer. Feel free to check that out. It got lots of nice feedback. Weird thing is with that video is like, all the comments are quite nice, which is great. Then in the space of like 5 minutes, the video went from like 30 likes and 0 dislikes to 30 likes and 11 dislikes. I was like, oh, who's done that? Which I don't really mind that much because you actually get more views if people just like content. It's engagement. That was pretty interesting to wake up to. I didn't really care, but well. So it's called the living rent-free effect. I love it. Yeah, man, it's been a long time. I've been playing Satisfactory now for a few years. It's nice that we finally get like a good, good update. All the updates have been good. Like an actual full release. That is quite exciting. I don't know for how long I'll be streaming today. Probably a couple hours. Because I've just got other things to do today, so this isn't really a priority. It's still pretty cool, but it's not a priority. We'll definitely have a bit of fun. Some epic calculations and stuff, and enjoy it whilst we can. Until my PC crashes, at least. Definitely do a bit of that. I'm thinking, like, any other planning we can do? No, again, I can't open Satisfactory. If I open Satisfactory, my PC crashes. We could watch back the most recent trailer. I don't feel like I talked much about that. So let me get that open, and let's watch it back. It got posted on Reddit. What did? The official trailer? Where is it? I've got so many files for this bloody YouTube thing, man. Holy shit. Half my PC is just like Satisfactory just video stuff. Is this going to be loud? Yep, there go my eardrums. Oh, my tray. Oh, okay. Makes sense then. I had no idea. It can't have got that much traction since...
Rocket.
Why is that so loud?
Fuel. Rock fuel. So by
There we go. Yeah, it can't have got much traction. Which is fine. I don't really want it to, if I'm honest. So, gameplay. I guess we can check this out. Let me know as usual if the audio is too quiet or too loud.
All right, before we get into whatever that is, and before we get into the cliffhanger that I kind of left you on last week with the whole change of the blueprints, we'll get to that.
The fan made one, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. Actually, I guess I understand why they shared it, but yeah.
We'll get to the good stuff, okay? But before we get into that stuff, I have a couple of things that I just want to like do a little bit of spring cleaning and talk about a few things that we've been wanting to talk about in past videos, but we haven't really found a good opportunity to do it, or I just straight up forgotten to talk about it. So speedrun of a couple of new exciting things coming in 1.0 that we haven't talked about yet, and that we should, given that this is the last week before the release. So let's.
I know I've already made a video covering this, but I sort of like to rewatch their trailers on stream as well, just to give you guys a better insight of what I think. Because when I record these videos, I'll spend like 40 minutes talking about it, but then I'll trim half of it out for time's sake, because we do live in a world where people have like ADHD viewing, I call it. So like, if there isn't something interesting happening every few seconds, a lot of people just won't watch. So I do cut out a lot of the talking that I do in videos, because I don't want people just to not like the video, if I'm honest.
Let's get into.
That's why I do these streams, so I can just blabber on and not people just don't complain, which is nice.
Into it. So the first thing I want to mention is that we are going to add 2 new liquid fuel types that we haven't talked about yet.
Yay!
And those are both sort of extensions on the existing production chain for turbo fuel. And the first one I want to talk about is rocket fuel.
Rocket fuel!
So by combining nitric acid and turbo fuel in the blender,
it's not a bad recipe though, is it? Like, I've always found creating turbo fuel was quite a challenge. The only time I've ever actually attempted to create turbo fuel was on a factory that I made about, oh god, a year ago now. But the thing is with that factory is that it just became so, not boring, but I spent so long making this one turbo fuel factory that eventually I was like, yeah, I'm done with liquids. And I think one of the pipes didn't work either. It was like ruining my production. I was just like, yeah, screw this. So I gave up in the end. The song choice was interesting. Yeah, I thought it would be something interesting.
You're going to be able to produce rocket fuel. And when you do this, you're also going to get a byproduct of
you can also see the turbo fuel there and the nitric acid going in, but this is what I'm a bit more concerned about. There doesn't, like, this is only a, oh, actually this might be Mark 2. Let's get a better angle of this.
Fuel. And when you do this, you're also going to get a byproduct of.
If this is moving at 100% speed and if this clip's not sped up, that feels like a Mark 2 belt. That's 120 items per minute with a 1, 2, 3, 4 gap. So it's 1 in every 5. 5 divided by 120 is 12? No. 24. That makes sense, actually. So it's 24 compact core per minute. This is not overpowered or over clocks or anything like that.
Compacted coal, just so you know. And rocket fuel can be used in a lot of different things.
It's not a
for
lot of
instance,
stuff.
In vehicles. You can also, of course, put it in fuel generators. And if you do,
it looks quite nice, to be fair. I will definitely be using this. Well, the only thing I'll be using rocket fuel for is to make ionized fuel. I won't be using this for literally anything else. I think what I will do, though, is I'll probably make a bunch of it, then package it. I'll have like tons of storage containers full of it, so I can use it as like jet fuel liquid. I'll have like 5 or 6 storage containers just full of this stuff as the jetpack as like a liquid.
It'll have a burn rate of 4.167 cubic meters, and you can also use it in the jetpack. And if you do, it'll give you hella launch. Like, it'll shoot you right up there. It gives you so much velocity.
Yeah, this is probably what I'll use it for. I just feel like it'll be better. If I'm honest, I think it's a good idea. So
in the vertical region, if you know what I mean. But it does consume fuel fairly quickly in the jetpack, so I highly recommend bringing a parachute with you if you decide to use it in the jetpack.
Yep.
But rocket fuel isn't turbo fuel's final form. There's actually one extra step that you can take, and that is called ionized fuel. Vegeta, what does the scatter say about ionized fuel's power rating? It's over 9,000! I regret recording that. So once you get to the point where you can automate synthetic power shards, you're going to be able to automate ionized fuel. So by combining rocket fuel...
And that's of course quite important. In fact, you can just about see it there in the background. You can barely see it really. The fuel, and it looks really good to be fair. It looks like lava.
And power shards in the refinery.
It seems like we get 1 compact core per minute.
You're going to be able to create ionized fuel.
I can tell there by the green light up here that this thing's running at full efficiency. You only seem to get 1 compact core per minute. Then if you're making turbo fuel with compact core, you're using hundreds, if not thousands per minute. So that's... it's better than nothing, but it's not great, I don't think. One thing that can be done to keep all fluid logistics at the same level and use packages for finished products like turbo fuel. Yeah. It's even more interesting because of turbo fuel being used for drones. Yeah, that would be very good. Of course, the better fuel type you use, the faster the drone goes, which of course means the more efficient a factory is going to be. But yeah, should be a good laugh to see how those things are going to work.
Fuel. It will also leave a byproduct
Once
of
you get your big
compact
rocket
coal,
fuel complex,
but I'm sure you'll find like a good use case for that.
Yeah.
And it's sort of the same deal. You know, you can use it in vehicles. You can use it in fuel generators. It'll have a burn rate of 3 cubic meters, and you can also use it in the jetpack. And it's pretty dope.
Yeah, 3 cubic meters is actually very good. To be fair, it's very good.
The jetpack actually, because it gives you higher thrust than anything else. It has slower consumption rate than rocket fuel, and it has way better air control actually. But one thing that rocket fuel has that ionized fuel doesn't have in the jetpack specifically is that it has a much higher velocity ceiling, so you can go faster.
If you were to watch back the actual clip of the jetpack, you don't actually spend that much time in the air, do you? You said the 9,000 line? Oh, nice. I think your stream's a bit behind, by the way, Adam. just to let you know. I don't know if that's generally just the YouTube delay, but it shouldn't be like a minute behind. It should be about 20 seconds. But double check just in case, because maybe that is just YouTube. I don't know.
In the jetpack.
That's a pretty cool fact to know, though. So.
And if you do, it'll give you hella launch. Like, it'll shoot you right up there.
This is what I'm interested in. What you're about to see down here.
It gives you
right there. Look how quickly it gets consumed.
So much velocity in the vertical region, if you know what I mean.
That's really quick. I know, yeah, you do go fairly high up. Very high up, actually, to be fair. But
it does consume fuel fairly quickly in the jetpack, so
it's
I
very
highly recommend...
This is the next important part. I did talk about all of this on my recent video, by the way, but it's still good to rewatch it. Just in case we've missed anything else out, and we've still got half an hour left anyway, so we might as well give it a watch.
That ionized fuel doesn't have in the jetpack specifically is that it has a much higher velocity ceiling, so you can go faster upwards essentially. And one thing I also want to mention on the topic of fuel types is that drones now can use most fuel types in the game.
That's pretty huge. You save out on batteries, which means you probably save out on quite a lot of sulfur. You then can use the sulfur for other stuff like compact fuel for turbo fuel. So you are technically saving on sulfur, but you're still going to end up using it.
So drones are no longer like exclusively for batteries. They can also take advantage of many of the different fuel types that you can package. They also fly differently depending on what fuel type that man is. So like the better the fuel type, the faster the drones will fly. So that's it for fuel types. Next thing I want to talk about is quality of life features that we've added. So there's a couple of changes we've made that are fairly small features by themselves, but I think they have a pretty big impact on like when you're playing the game. So let's check some of them out. So we put some effort into making, you know, building in general feel more tight and you know, of the good kind. And these are kind of hard to like explain specifically what we've done. We just like
There is not an interactive map that just shown up. Saving the map currently on a stable release doesn't work if you touch conveyor belts. This will be fixed once we support the conveyor chain actors that are added for performance. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Improved how snapping works and make it more so that, like, you know, when you're placing stuff, you sort of get what you expect, and
This stuff's quite nice, actually.
out of the build mechanics that you expect. But one specific thing I want to mention is that now, instead of having to aim at the input and outputs of building, you just need to aim at the building itself.
I wonder how this will work for things like blenders and assemblers, things that have more than one exit and entrance, input and output. Because will it just snap onto a random one? Can you choose, like, can you press the nudge and then use the arrow keys to then nudge it into like a certain input or output, or probably output? Because that would be quite nice. But surely you must also be able to choose what input and output you want it to go into. Because again, if it's a blender where there's multiple, and you might only want it to go into the left or the right, there must be a way to change that.
And it will like snap towards whatever input and output or whatever that makes sense, instead of having to like finagle around and aim specifically where you need to. We've also made improvements to guidelines on how they work. So previously it was just like one green line that showed up. If you hold down control and you aim at stuff, it would just like indicate to you where stuff is aligning. So now it has a visual change, and it also now properly snaps building.
That's a really good change as well, very simple. Of course this will definitely help newer players, but it's probably good for everyone. I can't see this not being good for anyone, really. It's clear, it's simple, it's easy to understand, and again, I think it's just a decent change.
Foundations when you hold control. And like,
I wouldn't have had like a temper tantrum if they didn't add it in, but it's still nice that they did, if that makes sense. Like, it's a feature that not many people necessarily requested, but it's a feature no one's ever going to say no to, because it's still a nice addition. It probably goes with whichever input on the machine your cursor is closest to, probably. So you should still be able to like choose where it goes if you wanted to, hopefully.
Like I mentioned, it has a visual change as well. So now it also indicates when you're trying to connect and align stuff with like inputs to outputs and stuff like that, it will show you that. And it will visually show this by having either a green line to show inputs, it will have a red line to show output, and it will have a blue line to indicate like the center of mass of the building if you want to align buildings to buildings. And we also have so that like inputs and outputs have dashed lines, and they're also moving to sort of indicate direction as well. So now hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to sort of figure out like where things go. Hopefully the guidelines will make it a bit clearer now as to where you're placing the buildings. And the next thing I want to talk about, let me just hook up this belt here and let me do.
This is quite a nice feature.
Ooh, did you see that? Did you see what just happened? So yeah, this is.
I'll talk about this in just a second when they show the next clip, because I did mention this in my video the other day. I was hoping it would spark a conversation, but it didn't, so I'll just tell it again.
The shit, actually. So now when you're placing conveyor belts, they have two different build modes. You have the default build mode, and you have the straight build mode. And the straight build mode...
Look at the size of the third conveyor.
It's essentially what it tells you on the box. It will make it so that
That's
conveyor
massive.
belts are always facing straight, and they will make perfect 90 degrees.
This is a really big conveyor belt. 1, 2, 3, technically 4, 5, 6 foundations long. I believe that you might be able to do this in regular like update 8 gameplay, but still, that seems really long at least. But it's such a nice feature though, and there doesn't appear to be any sort of like conveyor poles. It just seems to be just one big conveyor belt, which is quite nice. And again, it's one of those changes that it's going to end up saving you so much time, especially when you've unlocked this, not a jetpack, whatever it's called.
Corners, making it a lot smoother to build like straight conveyor belt lines. If that is
did I
something
unplug
that
my headset?
you're into,
Sounds like
you
I
know?
did.
And yeah, I really like
There we
this
go.
change. This is like one of my favorite changes in 1.0. It makes it so much easier to just plop things down. Hope you'll enjoy that. I do want to mention real quickly though that one thing you're gonna notice when you're building with this is that this is gonna feel super great, but then when you start placing pipes on foundations, you're gonna miss this feature because we haven't
I hate pipes.
implemented this for pipes yet. because pipes work a little bit differently. We do have like the vertical build mode, which it will straighten up the pipes vertically, but when you're placing them on foundations, they don't automatically do the same thing as conveyables do. But here's the thing, if you really want this for pipes as well, please let us know on the QA site once 1.0 comes out, and make sure to upvote that, and yeah, let us know so we can maybe look into this. And one final thing I'm gonna mention when it comes to like building conveyor belts, pipes, whatever, is that it's now possible when you hold control when placing railways that they will snap and become straight. And it's a little bit of a hidden thing. It's not like a build mode that we have for railways. But yeah, just know that if you hold control when placing railways, they're gonna go like straight out.
Horizontal to vertical is easy though to get straight. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's just, it's one of those things.
Yeah. The last quality of life feature I want to mention is that it's now also possible to change like modes for chainsaws. So in the base game, chainsaws
this is quite nice as well. I'm going to like that.
Have this like area effect thing when you're
don't
chainsawing
work.
down a tree. You'll
my pipes
get, like,
just
all
don't
the bushes
work
and shit
at all.
and like in proximity of it. And some people find it annoying that like if you just want to remove like this one tree but want to leave the rest of the foliage, this wasn't really possible without like tricks by having like full inventory and stuff like that. But it's now possible to switch on the chainsaw to like single mode, and whatever you chainsaw down.
It's a nice change. I don't think I'll be using it much, but it's still a good thing.
Next thing I want to talk about is cosmetics. So you may or may not have noticed that there's been a couple of new cosmetic options, and most notably are these like barriers, buildables thing.
Now, I think I've actually got a screenshot of this. Let me quickly try and find it because I can actually like zoom in and stuff. 20 minutes to go, by the way, chat. 20 minutes to go. Actually, I'll probably change that. Tools. Scripts. So here we are. This is everything that they've teased that's coming into the game, which is great. I just realized it's called Snut's Box. I'm concerned what's inside, but let's not question it. So the bottom foundation, the bottom wall, I don't think's changed at all. I think that's just the same wall there. This is new, I believe. Yeah? I think this is new. This is definitely new. This is definitely new. These two aren't new. This is quite a nice hexagon shape. I do quite like that. I think my favorite's probably this though. I just like the shape here at the bottom because it's slightly thinner. Well, it appears to be slightly thinner than your regular wall at least, which is decent. I feel like I don't know when I'll ever actually use these three though. Of course I'll find a situation to use them in, but right now the only glass I really use is just the plain one. I do wish they did add a glass that didn't have like these black endings on them. So you can just overlap the glass and it won't have like massive black lines going straight down it. Not really a big drama though, it's just a very minor thing to point out. I do like this steel sort of look, and I wonder if you can paint these with the skins that they're about to show in a second, like the mesh skinned things. The fences look great. I can't really say much about the fences. I think that the design is really cool, but it's a fence. The barriers, you've got this barrier here, then you've got this barrier here as well, which has like an extra chunk on top, which is decent. The stairs, of course, is amazing. I've always wanted, like, I know we have got stairs. Oh, I keep yawning, Jesus. I know we've got stairs, but not like proper stairs like this, for example. That's pretty good. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 steps in total. Is that because update 8 was the last update to come out? Conspiracies. And this, again, is really cool as well. I do like that. It would definitely add, like, a certain atmosphere to a factory that I feel is well needed. Especially if you were to have, like, a light or a barrier around here with maybe a truck. It would definitely give it that sort of, atmosphere that you might want to look for. So I do quite like that. Maybe Snut will explain it a bit better. Let's see.
Things that we have here, so we've showed them in the trailers that we made up until this point, and we also featured them in a couple of the teaser videos we made.
Told you that was
so yeah,
new,
there's
by
two
the way.
barrier types. There's the short one and the tall one, and there's also like this new like fence barrier thingy that also comes in.
Look at the wait, let me zoom into this. I'm glad I'm not the only one that has this issue. Look right about here. I can show it.
In two variations.
Z snapping.
And we also have a couple of new windows that are there. So have fun with that. While there might not be a lot of new buildables in 1.0, we have added something really cool, which is like finishes that you can be able to customize your
finishes. It's not called meshes.
So think of these as sort of like skins that you can apply on top of.
And of course, you've got the biomass burner in there as well. The brand new 1.0 biomass burner. It looks very, very nice, of course. The Caterium is probably my favorite in regards to these finishes. I would like to see what these do in fact look like when we load into the game. So when we actually load into 1.0, we can place down the space elevator. We can see what's at the very top. We're going to be placing down all these finishes, a new architecture. And of course, we're obviously going to turn on lumen. So global illuminations. And then I'll probably try and place a few lights or a few signs above these things to see how they reflect light. Because I've got a feeling that these skins, or finishes, I keep calling them skins, these finishes will actually look very, very good with the correct lighting. I wonder how that's going to look.
The existing buildables.
We'll find out in like 20 minutes.
Instead of just being able to paint them and have different colors, you can also get like different finishes and sort of different materials on the buildables. And these range from stuff like, you know, bronze and Caterium finish and chrome finish. Like there's a couple of them, and they make things just look a bit more shiny. All right, so with that out of the way, let's finally talk about the changes we made to blueprints. So really excited to talk about this. So one thing that people have always wanted.
I can't play this because it's got on my channel copyright claim 3 times in a row. Now we get onto the SAM stuff, which I do like, but let's see.
Alien technology. So let's first talk about the strange alien matter on the planet. So this is going to be sort of the basic building block for almost all technology that involve alien tech. So when you extract SAM from the planet, you're going to be able to create something called reanimated SAM. And
which is very, very, very important to make. So make lots of it if you can.
This part is going to be used in a lot of different things. For instance, you saw it in the converter, and you saw it in, I think you've only seen it in the converter actually, when I think about it. But yeah.
So it's used for more than just that?
Yeah, it's going to be used for a lot of different things. Reanimated SAM, you create in constructors straight with SAM, and SAM fluctuators you create by combining reanimated SAM, wire, and pipes in the manufacturer.
Oh, that's nice. It has like this little particle effect there. I definitely feel like the reanimated SAM is going to be used for Mark 6 belts. Guess we're going to find out in 20 minutes, but yeah, I definitely think that is related to it somehow.
Fluctuators you create by combining reanimated SAM, wire, and pipes in the manufacturer. And by the way, it's just SAM now because we've renamed it to Strange Alien Matter, and so it's not SAM ore. Okay, I just wanna put that out there because it's got sort of the same energy as saying ATM machine. Okay, it's like an extra thing. No need for it. It's just SAM. Okay. And SAM is also no longer a limited resource. It's going to work just as the same way as all other nodes. And there's also a whole bunch of new SAM nodes on the map that you're going to be able to take advantage of.
I wonder how many there'll be though. Because right now we've only got a handful, don't we? So they're probably going to have like 15 in total. Maybe not. It depends what it's used for, because I feel like this is extremely important in regards of 1.0 production. So if they don't give us enough SAM, then they're probably... That's then going to hinder 1.0 stage production, like phase 5, tier 9. So it's probably going to be quite important. So I hope that they give us a lot of this stuff.
So let's talk about the two other alien phenomena that you're going to be able to uncover. So let's start with summer sloops. So as you may or may not have guessed, summer sloops are going to be used in this machine. This is the power augmenter. And the way this machine works is it essentially takes your existing power grid and augments it and makes it better and makes it stronger and with better access to the internet. And I'll explain how. So from Summer Sloops, you're gonna be able to create a power augmenter. When you place down this building, you're gonna get automatically 500 megawatts of power just straight out of the machine. So it's just like you just get free power essentially from the Summer Sloop, I guess. And
I wonder
then
how
what it does-
expensive the power augmenter is going to be. Because it feels like it's quite an expensive looking build. And here's another question. I wonder if you need Summer Sloops to actually make this thing. Like, to craft it, you have to have Summer Sloops. Or if you have to enter in the Summer Sloop into the machine after it's finished being created. I think it might just require Summer Sloops. Like, if you don't have a Summer Sloop, you can't place it down. But let's see. Let's see. I want to try and find a way to use this as like an entrance way or something. Like, can you imagine walking down a corridor and then just seeing like the top half of this machine just like floating out the ground? That would be sick. Let's see.
Power. Just, that's it. There are no strings attached. The only trade-off is that you need to
Yeah, you can always use Summer Sloop for boosting SAM produce, definitely. If it comes down to that. Hopefully not though. I'd rather save my SAM for either the power augmenter or like late game stuff that I just can't really afford. Even if it's something that's not necessarily late game. If I've just created, let's say, computers, I've just created encased industrial beams, and I can't really afford too many more machines or resources, put the Summer Sloop in, and it'll definitely help.
spend a Summer Sloop, and please remember that like Summer Sloops and Mercersphere are limited resources on the map, so you can't build an infinite amount of these. But yeah, essentially when you place a power augmenter and you hook it up to your power grid, you're just gonna get free power. It's free power. And the more power augmenters you build and place and hook up, the more you're gonna augment your grid. So they kind of
Yes.
stack, but not really.
Welcome,
And I'll
Kennedy.
clarify a little bit further. So yeah,
Like,
you can add more augmenters to further boost your grid, but they don't boost like each other's boost, if that makes sense. Like it's not
Yes.
like percentage on percentage, if that makes sense. So let's get a bit nerdy, okay? So the way that power augmentation works is based on this formula, right? So P is your general production, and N is the number of augmenters that you've placed on your grid, right? So the first thing we do is we calculate your base production, which is like your production from your circuit, and then it's the base power from the augmenters, which is 500 megawatts per augmenter, so 500 times N. And then we add on top of that the calculated boost, and we calculate the boost by taking this number that we just had, P plus 500 times N, and then we multiply that with 10%, 1 divided by 10, times the amount of augmenters. And that way we're gonna get the number of
Looking forward to
boosted
the
power.
release.
This will also
Yeah.
be on the test, by the way. I hope
Got
you
a
take-
suit
took
on as
notes.
well, yeah.
So yeah. And
Also, I might as
one thing I
well.
also want to mention for this formula is that power storages are not included in like this like whole calculation because they can mess everything up. Like we just wanted to make sort of a simple way to sort of see this. And you can see how much your power grid is boosted when you're looking at the circuit. 'Cause you'll
Yeah,
get-
connecting every single Summer Sloop is very important. That's why on the very first day that I play, like my actual series, my 1.0 series, without cheats, without whatever we were doing today, essentially. The very first day, I want to go around the world collecting Summer Sloop and Mercerspheres and go to the crash sites and collect power shards, things like this. So the first actual stream I do will mostly just be running around the map collecting stuff. It would be better though if I was able to unlock foundations before I did any of that. Because with some things you just have to climb quite high to go get it, and you need like foundations to get up there. So preferably I'll unlock foundations first, which I don't think is that difficult to do. We'll probably go to like a couple crash sites, see what's nearby, get foundations, and go exploring the map for some new stuff. Because there will be a lot of new stuff. It still feels kind of weird that 1.0 is literally coming out in 8 minutes. It doesn't feel like it, but there we go.
that little number at the bottom there. So power augmentation is real cool, but that's not the only thing you can use Summer Sloops for. they're also going to be able to be used for alien production amplification. So in the game, it's now going to be possible to further overclock all machines in the game.
Yay.
For every single machine, there's going to be an additional overclocking slot. So in addition to the existing overclocking you do with power shards, there's also going to be a little slot where you can place summer sloops to amplify the output of machines. And it only amplifies the output, so it doesn't actually affect the input at all. So you're going to be able to overclock the machines with power shards.
Get some concrete in production before you go explore. Yep. Unless you can... No, I was going to say unless you can find concrete, but that doesn't matter if you can't even unlock foundations yet. So yeah, you have to get foundations first. Probably you can go exploring when you have enough for like 100 foundations, so like 500 concrete. You don't have to go out with like 10,000 concrete. Just go out like with a minimal amount. And of course, you do have to get some iron plates in there as well, because when you first unlock foundations and ramps, you can't have the concrete only ones. You have to have the ones that require both iron plates and concrete.
And on top of that, you're also going to be able to use summer sloops to further amplify the production. The thing to take note though is that when you do this, it costs way more power. And the amount of summer sloops you're
409.5 megawatts. What's the percentage? That's a 160 overclock speed. So let's try and do the maths. 410. Let's do it properly. 409 divided by 16 equals times by 10. So if this was overclocked at 100% speed, this thing will be consuming 255 megawatts. If it was overclocked at 250% here, it will be consuming 640 megawatts per minute, which is quite a lot. 640 megawatts per minute just to make 8 computers.
Summer sloops you're gonna need for the desired amount of output amplification also varies from machine to machine. So that's everything you can do in one.
How much was a turbo fuel one? Wow, 224 megawatts. Again, this is overclocked as well. It's, what's that, 160 as well? 165? Yeah, 160. It's only for 60 turbo fuel per minute though. Feels like so much.
From machine to machine. So that's everything you can do in 1.0 with Summer Sloop, and I have saved the best for last, okay? You have no idea, all right? I am so excited to talk about this next feature because this is my personal favorite feature in the game. And I actually think this feature that we've implemented solves like the biggest issue in Satisfactory up.
I know he's about to talk about the Mercersphere stuff, but I think they're about to show the 1.0 stream on Coffee Stain Studios, so let's watch that, because they might show the trailer.
Change the build mode to completely dismantle all parts of the blueprint.
4 minutes to go, yeah.
Wasn't that in the game? Well, maybe that's not enough today.
I am going to be real, and yeah, I think I'm allowed to say this.
Is this not enough today, Chad? Or maybe I'm wrong. It's not?
I've played Internal for so long that I just don't remember.
Less than 4 minutes. Maybe it's not. Maybe I just played update.
Yeah,
1.0.
4 minutes to go.
Yeah, Internal has been like the life.
And yeah, there's a bunch of changes to like the build system. There's the clearance system has actually been updated as well, so like they're a bit tighter. There's the guideline system where I've showcased in this video where you can get clear guidelines now instead of just having green lights. And they also show like direction and stuff like that. And then it talks about narrative, which we mentioned before. There is a narrative now in the game. We won't talk too much about that. That's up for you guys to discover.
Yes.
Yay.
There's a ton of stuff in the world. I'm not going to go through these.
And again, to touch on the narrative super quickly, again, every single one, I think, of ADAS lines have been changed.
Summer Sloops and fuel rod manufacturing are still a neat power increase. If the extra rods to the nuclear reactors...
3 minutes away from release, and we haven't even gotten to the end of the patch notes. There's so much else coming on. It has to do with like optimization, achievements, bug fixing, network optimization. There's been a lot of work gone into working out the kinks with the networking that code. Conveyor belt system has been completely remade for networking, for instance.
Skimming through the Steam post real quick to see what.
Yeah,
else.
Welcome
exactly.
back, not knowing.
Save system has been optimized, so like saving should be way faster. The rendering as well, like and like objects that are saved into the save file are also optimized. So yeah, there's so
Good
much
shit.
and dedicated servers. We haven't even
Dedicated
touched that.
servers.
Dedicated servers are also gotten a lot of love, a lot of fixes for dedicated servers.
Thank you, Ben,
Not only Ben, but also
and all people.
Yeah.
We move the stuff back over here now.
And we're finally going to fully support dedicated servers now, by the way. Dedicated servers have, up until 1.0, been experimental, so
What
they
are
have
they in
not
for
been
this?
finished.
Wow.
So now we're fully supporting them. 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do you want me? I can push the thing, so don't worry about it.
2 minutes to go,
yeah.
chap. It's exciting
insane.
days.
It's
We still
insane
have to
how much
update
work
the
has
game,
gone
obviously,
into
but still,
this
2 minutes to
one,
go
like,
until the update drops.
And I think for a long time, I think when you work on it for so long, we feel like, oh, it's not too much new, really. But like, now that we actually started collecting,
It's earth-shattering.
yeah,
yes,
like when
when
we
you
actually go through the patch notes and
When
what.
20
was the last-
seconds.
Have you played U8 recently at all? Gone back?
No,
to
I
see-
can't.
Like properly play.
I
that
can't
now?
without straight conveyor belts, and I
Yeah.
can't with a dimensional depot, so I like just refuse.
I
8
took a couple of
years,
hours,
yeah.
Just no more than a couple hours. So
2016 he
time.
started?
to just
That's
boot
8 years
U8
ago now.
up. It's insane.
Yeah,
yeah. It's night and day.
There's so many changes.
Yes.
It's just...
And not only that, but like I really feel like the quality is.
That was a good
so
one,
much
Adam. That
better
was a
than
good
that.
one.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I'm not laughing because it was bad, I'm laughing because it was good.
I feel really happy and proud
Promise.
of what the team has put together in terms of quality for the game, and I am really excited to see and hear how it's gonna go once it goes out into the wild, and finally get everyone to play. It's scary.
I think I'm
Yeah.
feeling the pulse now. Just
Yeah.
thinking about like all the buzz, all the
Yeah.
oh god, yeah.
So in 30 seconds, roughly, you guys are gonna be able to play. Yeah,
Oh, God.
Linus is
Yeah.
freaking out. I'm freaking out as well. I can't believe we've gotten to this point with less than 30
Anyone else about to
seconds on
install
both
the
of them.
update now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so much work.
Anyone else going to be doing it with me as well?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I hope you'll all enjoy 1.0. I hope you'll all enjoy playing Satisfactory.
We will.
I
will.
And we can't wait to see everyone like make content and stream and see what you build, and like community highlights are gonna be nutty. So
3,
without further ado,
2,
everyone,
1.
Launch angle.
thanks for hanging out with us. It's time to
Here we go, everyone. The Satisfactory 1.0 trailer. Here it is. Oh, multiplayer being... Oh, new outfits. Sick. I like the music that they used. I hope it's not copyrighted again. Ooh. This is where we... Wait, no, is this where we started? I don't think this is where we started. Oh, that's a lot of screws. Beautiful factory. Oh, nuclear stuff. Oh, dear. Pretend I didn't see that. Trains, let's go. Did we change the fuel? Oh. There was so much to analyze in like the last 3 seconds right there. Holy crap. Wow. There's more. The fuel containers, it looks like that's changed. Yes. Use the jetpack. Oh. That's sick. Oh. Satisfactory early access? No more. Update 1 now. Oh yeah. That's sick. Oh now, Satisfactory. Epic Games, of course. Steam and Epic. There is no more early access. Let's see if it's out, shall we? Let's go. Actually, cancel that. Is the update out? It might take a couple minutes, by the way, for you guys to actually get the updates. I also would like to rewatch what we've just seen, by the way. Here we go. Yes, the game is updating, everyone. The game is updating. Great. We're getting a new area? I don't think so. They would have definitely, teased that. Trailer's on the Steam page right now. Nice. I'm sure they'll upload it to their YouTube channel, and then we'll watch it in a bit more depth. Yeah, my game is currently updating. It's on 0%. If the stream does lag at any point, it's because my game's updating. Can I cancel this? Cancel install. There we go. So it's just installing the main game. Nice. Yeah, that is updating. Fantastic. Let's very quickly rewatch that trailer. Because there was a lot to take away from that. The update's not out here. Oh, it's actually, can I show you this? I can show you this, I think. No reason why not. Roger, let's do it. Here we go. My game's 6% of the way there, chat. Let me just zoom in for the extra hype and facts. Display capture. Not Among Us. No. Nice. The funny thing is, I've actually never played Star Wars Battlefront 2. I've got the game, but I've never played it. Because my PC hasn't got enough storage to download it. Even if I was to uninstall every single thing on my PC, I still haven't got enough storage. I've actually got a an extension now, which does help. I just never really bothered. Fortnite, I think I've played it once. Because I was, like, dragged by the sack to play it with a friend. But I didn't enjoy it. Prison Architect, played it once. Warhammer, I completed it. I finally completed Total War Warhammer. I was playing as the Knights of the Realm, which you might recognize by my membership group. I call them the Knights of the Realm. That's because it's a Warhammer reference. The group I was playing with, don't laugh at this name, because if you do, it'll be instant ban from the channel. I promise. They're called how do I say this? Sigma's Guards. Don't you freaking dare laugh. Sigma, ha 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 ha. Yes, that is correct. Oh well. The game's dead. What, Battlefront 2? I don't think I've ever had a Battlefront 2 video recommended to me in the last year, other than Jack Frags, because I watch him for like Battlefield and COD stuff. That's all good, Adam. Enjoy the game, man. Enjoy. I'm sure you will. I haven't tried Black Myth Wukong. It's one of those games that's really good, but I didn't buy it. Because I knew I'd be playing Satisfactory, so I'd rather, save a bit of cashola until it goes on sale. But that's what I do with most games. I don't buy it at launch. I always do that with the Assassin's Creed games. Like, Assassin's Creed Legion, I knew I was going to buy the game. The second they announced the trailer, the second I saw it was in London, well, I was going to buy it anyway, but the fact it was in London as well, I knew I was going to buy it, no matter what. But I waited like 3 years until I actually did. In fact, when did that game even come out? Oh, gosh, I'm about to like cry over this. It's gonna be like, it can't be before 2020. I'm going to say 2021. October 2020. Damn. I did enjoy that game, to be fair. I do prefer the original Watch Dogs. I do prefer Watch Dogs 2. I think it was better. I feel like with Watch Dogs Legion, they tried to add so much stuff into the game that was like new or unique. And it did work in some regards. But I do just prefer the classic Watch Dog experience. I don't like GTA. I've played GTA a lot. I don't like the game. It's old. It doesn't, like, the FPS is atrocious. Playing online is one of the worst experiences an individual could have. It's terrible. I've really tried to enjoy GTA. I just can't get around to doing it at all. I'm updating on Steam now. Nice. Let's go. It was your #1 most played game. Wow. Welcome, Ranbeer. Hope that you're doing good today. Welcome to the live stream. Even more than City Skylines 2. Yeah, City Skylines 2. When they announced that teaser, Like the original trailer where they showed like the pipes and the electrical stuff to begin with, and they showed like the city. I lost my shite. I was so excited for that game. And I know it's got bugs, I know it's got issues, I know it's not perfect, but from a viewer's experience, when I've watched streams and videos about City Skylines 2, I thought it was really freaking good. But again, I haven't played it, and like the YouTubers that are playing it often edit out the bugs, and then when they don't edit out the bugs, they show you what the bugs are. So I am aware that the game is definitely bugged, but yeah, they'll fix it. I still remember. Oh, do you guys remember the Battlefield 2042 teaser trailer? I'm a big Battlefield guy. I've been playing Battlefield since Bad Company 2 when I was about 3 or 4 years old. So I've been playing Battlefield for a while. I took a bit of a break when 3 and 4 came out, even though I realized those are some of the best Battlefields out there, but I just didn't game as much then as I do now. And I played mostly COD during those days anyway, because I was a child, so I didn't know what a good game was until I played Battlefield again. You're the same person as Vinod. Oh, okay. Yes, Satisfactory is updating, as you can see on the screen when it says updating. Yep. It is, it's going live. We'll then go into the game, and we will experience Satisfactory 1.0. Let's freaking go. Very exciting stuff. Meme review. It kind of sucks. I've heard it's not the greatest game. I did love City Skylines 1. I love the original. Even like, what was it, a few weeks ago? I did a City Skylines 1 stream over on Twitch. Really enjoyed that. I didn't do a part 2 to be fair, but I did enjoy the part 1 that we did. Because with City Skylines, I do enjoy it, but you can tell it's quite old, especially when you haven't got any of the mods, or sorry, the DLCs. If you were to install all the DLCs, it's like £240. It's a lot of stuff. They added a lot of content. Let me try and... My webcam's gonna get a bit bigger, don't be too surprised. Do that. And this. There we go. But yeah, here we go, chat. 51%, we're halfway there. We've just got a few minutes. Oh, you can see the achievements. 44 achievements. That's one more achievement than Battlefront 2. That's kind of funny. Satisfactory 1.0. Wow. The game's updating. Nice. Yeah, good luck to everyone, by the way, who's also starting their Let's Plays and their playthroughs of this game. I'll still be live, hopefully for the next couple of hours. But let's see how that goes. We've got a lot to do. I am aware that, like, almost every other Satisfactory content creator is also live at this exact same time. So, that's pretty nice as well. Well, in theory, I should be pissed off about it, but I don't see a reason why, because I think it's nice that the entire community is together. You don't get that with many communities. An update comes out, everyone's like, yeah, great, this sucks, fix this, when's the next update, L update, mids, I don't know what kids say nowadays. But luckily, because Satisfactory players are actually mature, and a bit older as well than like your average game, it's actually quite nice. People aren't as whingy. And the ones that do whinge are often ones who aren't as patient, which isn't as many as, again, other people. You should be asleep, you got school in 5 hours. I mean, this game's always going to be available, and sleep is important, and school is also quite important. So do make sure that you do focus on, you know, school and all that work. Satisfactory is always going to be waiting for you. Always going to be here. Should we get some music in the background? Actually, I can't do it. Let me see, because the thing is, I would like to get some music, but I have to open up my editing software, which might slow down the updating process. I guess we can also watch back the trailer. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Satisfactory is your favorite game when you're 14. Yeah, I mean, it appeals to every age. Like, a game like Fortnite, for example, that mostly only really appeals to younger folks. But a game like Satisfactory appeals to everyone. I can't pause it. I literally can't pause the trailer. There we go. Let's zoom back out again. Nice. So let's give this a quick little
Filter.
rewatch.
It's a
I'll
launch.
welcome the name that I think is in. I'm gonna guess it. Hopefully, it's not wrong. Russian. I think. Sometimes I get Greek and Russian confused, so I do apologize. Is the update out? Yes. Update 1 is out now. Yes. Update 1 is literally out right now. And this is the trailer for it.
Triangle.
Thanks for hanging out with us. It's time to.
First thing to note, two brand new skins. I wonder how you unlock these. They might be paid outfits. I don't know though. Not sure. But if I could choose, I would choose this one here. I think the green. It looks a bit like Master Chief. I don't know why. I think it's just the helmet. It looks a little bit like Master Chief. But yeah, these are some really cool skins. It's fine, Ran Beer. That's okay. Oh, we just saw the new machine right there. Did they make portable miners bigger? I swear it looks way bigger. Because before it used to be like half the height, right? Unless I don't remember that correctly, but I swear that used to be only half the height. Here we go, brand new machine. This is called the Converter. Got 2 solids coming in, 1 solid and 1 liquid coming out. They've already got the jetpacks unlocked, lucky. This is a lot of screws. Ah. I can't wait to be doing this. Are the miners bigger? The portable ones, yes. The main miners, I don't think so. Just the portable ones. This is a really cool shot. This machine here, is that a packager? I don't know what that actually is. What's that? Oh, that's a merger or a converter. Or splitter, sorry. Don't think there's anything new in this shot either. What's this? Oh, that's that thing, a refinery, isn't it? You like this game? So do I. I love this game. This game is very, very good. I really like it. How long left on the... 66%. There we go. It's cool with friends. Yeah, this game is good with friends. Yeah. Nuclear stuff. What's that in here? This must be burning one of the new fuels, right? Because that's a very different color than what I've seen before. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, this is brand new. Anything else that's new here? I don't know. Turbo fuel is the same. Liquid biofuel. Byproduct. No, what? Liquid biofuel is what it's called, isn't it? IGN already released a trailer? Wow, that was quick. Oh, the train's there as well. Get a better shot of this. I couldn't even pause it in time. Nice transition, by the way. I like this idea here of getting down the mountain. That's a good idea. Even this train just coming through here looks really, really cool. It's a good idea to get the pipe underneath here as well. I feel like the pipe actually matches the train look there as well. I don't think that is different. Animation seems different. That, I don't think there's anything new there. That looks really good. I don't think there's anything new there. Here. Is this all just... Well, of course, the stairs are new, obviously. Is this all just concrete? Because there's something that feels different. Maybe it is just all concrete. And this is just sick. And this is, I wouldn't even call this over the top. This looks like some sort of like cyberpunk-esque sort of build, which I really, really like. Your first attempt to launch the game and it crashed. Yeah, that's my fear. It's like if my game crashes, my stream crashes. If my stream crashes, the stream automatically ends and I have to restart before I even get to play the update, which would just suck. So let's hope my game doesn't crash. Oh, that's a nice interior. But my biggest question is, how is their frames per second so good? New resource. Another new resource. Their FPS is fantastic. This is a good shot. And this is actually very similar to the original shot that we got of this area back a long time ago. Very long time ago now. Is it? Yeah, because this extended out. They've obviously changed some things, but this is definitely one of the original shots that we got. It's not crashing whilst gaming. The game isn't... Oh, the game isn't launching. So do you think Satisfactory is going to focus more on multiplayer or single? Definitely single player, I'd say. But as time goes on, then probably multiplayer. Oh, wait, this is new. Whoop, whoop. Sirens, ladies and gentlemen. Here we can see the power augmenter. But right here, we can see an input. So there we go. My theory was indeed correct. Another one, which is nice. You can indeed see an input there for the power augmenter, which is great. Good to know. Welcome to Hammer Max. I'm doing really good. Hopefully going to be a lot better in just a couple minutes' time, because we have just 23% more to go. 23% more to go. And then we can play Satisfactory Wahid. It's Wahid. Imagine making this at least 10 hours. Oh, yeah. It should take you ages to make. I think that's the pod. I don't think that's a new machine. There we go. Then it changes the sign to Satisfactory. Yeah, that's really good. It's a very nice trailer there as well. It shows off a bunch of new things. Of course, some of the regular stuff in there as well. Some conveyor belt madness. We won't question it. 2.0 when? I mean, you're asking the important questions here. Like, update 1, who even cares? We're only here for update 2. Oh, dear. I doubt there'll ever be an update. Cancel. There will be an update 1.1, which would be things like bug fixes and all that jazz. Put this here. Nice. So yeah, there will be an update 1.1, but if they were to add an update 2, what would they even add? I feel like there's only so much more they can really add unless the game gets like too overwhelming. I think right now it's kind of just perfect the way it is. Let's see how the new stuff plays. If it plays good, then brilliant. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Let's see. And welcome to the 7 people watching, by the way. Thank you very much to the hey, the new subscriber. Thank you very much. I do really appreciate that. I mean, in theory, if you do subscribe, there should be like your name should appear on the screen if you do. That should work. We've got 16% more to go, by the way. I'm absolutely boiling in this jacket, by the way. Whose idea was it to wear a blazer? It was my idea, to be fair. Oh well. Whoops. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. You want to see what's in 1.0? Yes, we'll be seeing it very shortly. In just a few minutes. We have to wait for this update to finish. We'll then launch the game, and we'll see everything that is new. All the new recipes, all the new items. maybe even a new soundtrack. I don't know, but everything that is new, we'll find out what it is. I've already got my piece of paper ready. Then we'll write down all the new recipes and what they all contain. I am generally quite excited though. Yep. In case you guys couldn't tell. I know, I've been keeping it very, very quiet. And again, I should have a video coming out in about 2 hours from now with some tips and tricks on Satisfactory 1.0. So even if my stream does crash, expect more content today. Tomorrow I'll be live, probably quite early on. I never normally stream before midday. I feel like tomorrow is a bit of a special occasion. Saturday I'll be doing a long stream. Sunday I might do a long stream. Monday I'm not home. I'm traveling to the other side of the country. Which sounds dramatic if you live in a place like Russia or America or Indonesia. But the UK is rather small, so it was like in total, it's like a 14-hour long day of just traveling on trains and the London Metro. I hate going to London. I hate going to London. But there you go. But to be fair, I am just a countryside chap. You often find not many people like to go to London who live in the countryside. At least none of my friends do. Except for the one who lives in London. I suppose he sort of has to like it. Doesn't really have much of a choice. Okay, so should we launch the game? I think actually nah, I'm kind of bored. Sorry guys. I joke, I kid. It's a joke. Let's do it. We'll do this now as well. Satisfactory 1.0 live gameplay. Epic reveal. Let me just move this. Oh, my PC is lagging. I can feel my PC like almost crash. Oh no. We haven't even launched the game yet. Relax, chill. Remaster the graphics. Yeah, probably. I feel like my webcam's a bit too zoomed in now.